African countries can lower import dependency on food if the continent approaches agriculture as a business and move away from practicing subsistence farming. Well, I spoke to Dr. Sarah Hearne. Here's more.
Agricultural science is pivotal for Africa's economic development. And so agriculture really is the foundation. That level of food security is critically important for the continent and its economic growth. And by integrating advanced research and innovation technologies into farming practices, and that's what we're talking about here at Science Week, we can significantly boost crop yield, so crop productivity in farmers' fields. We can also boost livestock productivity, fishing system productivity, and all of these elements together can enhance food security, and not only enhance food security, but stimulate economic growth and improve livelihoods. So this approach and the kinds of science that we're talking about not only elevate the agricultural sector, but they have trickle and follow-on impacts in other sectors, creating aligned employment opportunities, and together those opportunities help lower poverty and create new innovation across the continent.
Building up on that question in terms of looking at how governments can partner, especially when it comes to crop breeding systems, and what's the connection this has on Africa's economic future from a food security standpoint?
Investing in improved crop breeding and improved farm management yields substantial returns. So if I just give you the example of drought-tolerant maize varieties, so CIMMYT's development of these materials and partnering with many stakeholders in the continent has really helped boost productivity. So we've been able to reach about 7.2 million households in sub-Saharan Africa, and the benefit of that has been scaled to more than 44 million people. And so examples like this help promote why such investments to lead to increased productivity have helped to reduce import dependence. And so Africa is not having to import as much of key staples. And it also contributes to enhanced livelihoods for smallholder farmers and many other stakeholders in the community who rely upon smallholder farming.
Well, equitable access of agricultural technology is seen as a key issue for African countries. But help me understand, why is it a business issue, and how can partners as well as farmers tap into this?
So agricultural science is fundamental. And so when we think of agricultural science and its role in innovation, innovation within agriculture has happened for millennia. And so pre-modern agriculture, farmers were innovating and continue to innovate today. And what we're doing here is bringing the modern science techniques to that drive in innovation. And so developing resilient crop varieties, working on sustainable farming methods, and really looking at how we improve the value chains, all of that to support agriculture itself and the benefits from agriculture. And so these advancements are really critical to address some of Africa's unique challenges and other challenges that are common globally. And so that can include some of the shifts that we see in climate patterns, some of the challenges that we see of food insecurity, and it really helps position agriculture and agricultural innovation at the forefront of the continent's innovation narrative, really seeing how agriculture as a foundational and critical element of livelihoods can help drive innovation and bring Africa up in terms of its own food security narrative.
And Dr. Sarah, what is your long-term vision for Africa's R&D, especially now that there are concerted efforts towards ensuring that the continent is food secure, and how can innovation play a critical role in this?
Okay, so Africa is an incredibly valuable, resilient continent. And so really looking at how CIMMYT can support Africa to become self-reliant and more robust in its own agricultural research and development systems. And so seeing how CIMMYT can support the evolution of African agricultural innovation, helping backstop and provide expertise, facilitating partnerships both within and outside of the continent, and helping build capabilities and share capabilities so that African research scientists, African extension agents, and African farmers can all work together to co-innovate with other international agencies and deliver to Africa the benefits of agricultural research and development.
Well, finally, after the dust settles, what are some of the key issues that you hope will be tackled after the Science Week is over, and what will be a game changer going forward?
What I would like to see at the end of this Science Week is a renewed engagement in partnership, identification by people here on the African continent of key innovations where they would see added value in us partnering with them to work together to develop and co-create some of the solutions that agriculture is going to need on the continent. And so really to look to foster broader support within the continent and beyond the continent to ensure that some of the benefits of agriculture R&D, the benefits of those sciences really do translate to impact in farmers' fields, impact in farmers' livelihoods. And I would hope that when we have the next Science Week, we're able to talk to some of the scaled progress that we see in this space and the scaled progress in agricultural R&D capabilities on the continent itself. Africa has a bright agricultural future.